I ended up going with a lowercase for letter I just because it looked really cute in our overall piece that we're working on. You can always do the same serif style on a capital letter I as well. So again, I have my grid on just like last week, and I've got a monoline brush and I'm using the dark pink color this week. So the easiest way to do letter I is start at the top, and we're gonna kind of draw kind of a half circle, somewhat like that. I'm gonna go a little more half circle-y, like that. And if you tap your finger down, it makes it a little more perfect. And then I'm gonna do that one more time. And this style of the trifurcated Tuscan serif is a little more exaggerated in the ornateness. So I come around a little bit more, like that. And then over to where my stem will be, like that. And what I usually do with this letter to kind of keep it more even, actually I want to curl that around a little bit more, just a bit. And the easiest way to finish, I'm not on my own layer. So if that happens to you and you accidentally drew on a layer, you have something else, you can use your selection tool, circle it, 3-finger swipe, and just click cut and paste. And now it's on its own layer, which is what I meant to do from the beginning. So I'm gonna click duplicate, and I am going to flip horizontal and slide it into place right over the other one. So if you need to zoom in, go ahead, and that'll give us more of a uniform style for this one. Now I'm going to merge down. I'm gonna swipe left and duplicate again, and this time I'm gonna click flip vertical and then just slide it into place. So we drew one thing and we're using it 4 times basically. Again, tap my top layer, click merge down, and then just drag and drop my color. So now that was a really easy way to get an ornate letter without doing the work each time to recreate the look. Now, sometimes I do like to draw it manually, like I've talked about in past videos, because it gives you an even more hand-drawn look. But with certain ornate styles or like a letter I where it's very symmetrical, I will just do this. I'm going to do my heart on a separate layer, just again, because I like working in lots of layers. It makes things easier to edit. For this, I actually had used the heart stamp that's from my folk art kit, just, to make it super easy. Stamp it down and then put it over it, but you can draw your heart from scratch. It doesn't have to be perfect. One thing to know though, the dot above the I we call a tittle. I know that's a funny name, but it is what it's called. And the tittle is usually wider than the I. So if we were doing a traditional dot above the I, it would go, you draw it, let's see, finger down, and you want it to be wider than the width of your eye. So see how that's wider? If you get it too small, it just looks disproportionate. Now, stylistically, you might sometimes break that rule and make that choice, but the official rule is that your tittle should be wider than your eye. So I did want to mention that. And that is why my heart is also kind of an exaggerated width. So you can either draw it from scratch, or if you have my folk art stamp kit or you've taken my dimensional lettering class, that stamp was in that as well. You can just stamp it down, and I will get it into place, merge it down to my letter, click copy, and paste it into my template. I'm gonna make it just a wee bit bigger there. And that is it for letter I.